Hello YouTubers, RogueMonkeyJr here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. So this week I received an email from YouTube telling me that as of December 10th, 2019, they will be updating their terms of service. And going through these terms of service, and this actually a lot of people have noticed, there's one that is particularly scary, and I'm going to explain why in this video and how it can potentially be pretty dangerous for a lot of people. So, terminations by YouTube for service changes. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So, this right off the bat is extremely vague and concerning for a lot of different reasons, which I will expand on in this video. I know it might be a little bit long, but this is something that concerns me and I believe a lot of other content creators. So, first and foremost, this term is incredibly vague. What does commercially viable mean? What does that actually mean? And it's in YouTube's sole discretion to terminate the use of their service if you are no longer commercially viable. Does this mean that channels that upload videos but don't meet the monetization requirements will automatically lose access to uploading videos on YouTube? Does this mean that people who have a large following but decide not to monetize their videos, does that mean that they lose access to upload videos as well? I know some channels choose to not run adverts on their videos and rather rely on things like Patreon or merchandise sales to monetize their content. Like, what is the minimum threshold of money required for you to be considered commercially viable? Even me, I make a little bit of money on YouTube. I mean, I don't make a whole lot. Am I commercially viable if I don't make them, I don't know, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month? What is the threshold of being commercially viable? This term is so incredibly vague, and honestly, the pessimist in me wants to say that this is kind of a get out of jail free card, a gray area in YouTube's terms of service that will allow them to terminate your access to your Google account or to all parts of the service if they don't like what you represent, what you're saying. If you are, uploading content that YouTube deems doesn't go in line with their way of thinking. Let's take, for example, the scandals that happened with the adpocalypse with PewDiePie and all these different things. As soon as you bring bad publicity or press to YouTube, that causes advertisers to pull their money from YouTube until whatever agreement is, put in place. Does this mean that your channel automatically gets, completely nuked from YouTube because you hurt their bottom line? You made advertisers pull out from the platform. There's so many ways that this could hurt content creators, small as well as big, because there's no, okay, this is how much money you need to be making YouTube a month for you to be considered commercially viable. If you don't meet this, you won't have access to uploading videos to YouTube. I mean, all this infrastructure costs money, but at which point do they just say, okay, this account is just costing too much for what it's giving back to us, so we're just going to terminate it? I can't imagine starting a brand new YouTube channel based off of these new terms of service. If you're considered not commercially viable, how are you going to get to the point where you would be commercially viable if they just restrict your access to putting videos on YouTube right off the bat? I mean, this just seems incredibly shady and vague on purpose so that they can decide to just throw out this trump card, basically, when they nuke a channel. So they nuke a channel for XYZ reason, and then they pull out the card, oh, well, that channel was no longer commercially viable, that's why we pulled the plug on it. Pretty simple. It's at their discretion. It says it right in the term. So what can you as a content creator actually do to combat this decision by YouTube? I don't know. Nothing of this is clear, and just pretty much gives YouTube the ultimate power on your channel to decide whether or not you can keep uploading videos on the platform. I feel like it might even in long term hurt free speech. You know, there's all these different implications that concern me for pretty much the whole platform. And yeah, it's really scary, to be completely honest with all of you. And I truly hope that they clarify this term to make it more understandable for everybody, and don't use it as, I think they will use it as such a legal loophole. I think it is long past due that YouTube gets some serious competition so that they can actually start improving the platform instead of always making it more and more difficult for you to, you know, get your videos noticed, and let alone notify your own subscribers that you actually put a video online. I mean, the algorithm just, you know, if you don't upload something that YouTube thinks people want to watch, then sucks to suck, but that video probably won't show up even in your own channel's video tab. But anyways, I've said enough about this. It is serious cause for concern once again, and it needs to be talked about. It needs to be debated. They need to make the term a little bit more clear. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I know this is a video that's a bit different, but it is quite important to discuss nonetheless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.